I'm sorry, I have to do this. There's Trump. Please don't click off yet. Please just stick with me for a moment. Even the most ardent Trumpsters, I'm begging you, please, just for a second.
I hope you're ready. I'm about to perform a public disservice.
All right, well, Charlie Kirk was murdered a couple days ago, and some time has passed, and I find it bothering me more than I thought it would. I knew it would bother me, but it bothers me as a YouTube guy, it bothers me as a comedian and a satirist, and it bothers me as just a regular guy, like he was. He was just a guy with a family. And I hate that I feel like I have to add these preambles, but I feel like we do. And I don't think I'm putting words in Chuck's mouth here. I think he feels the same. We believe in the First Amendment, full stop. I believe in free speech. I cherish free speech. I fucking went to war, in part to protect free speech. And that free speech applies to everyone, including the Charlie Kirks of the world. Everyone. It's irrelevant whether you agree or don't agree. Charlie Kirk has the right to exercise his First Amendment and go online and say dumb shit. The same way, I get to go online and explain to you why it's dumb. And Charlie Kirk said plenty of dumb things. I completely understand. I know who this guy was. Again, I feel like I have to preface again because this is goofy, but I get called libtard and fascist oftentimes off the same video. I understand, okay? Yes, I get it. This was the guy who once argued that women shouldn't be allowed to vote. This is the guy who claimed that climate change was a hoax made up by the left to control your life. This was a guy who said he wouldn't get on a plane if a black guy is flying it. I get, asshole, I understand. However, his entire arsenal was words. His entire arsenal was talk. Words. You want to fight him? Great. Fight him with fucking words. Fight him with logic. Shit, watch his debate with Dean Withers. Shit, watch his debate against any halfway decent college sophomore. He got shredded every single time. He wasn't a dangerous debater. He was easy. So what did this asshole accomplish with his assassination besides, horrifying every single human in the country on live TV? Because when you kill a demagogue like that, you don't end his ideas. You give his ideas steroids. He becomes a hero, and his movement gets fuel. And you robbed the rest of us of the best weapon we had against him, ridicule. So how did we get here? And by here, I mean this political climate. We could do multi-part, hours-long episodes on how the political climate got to this, right? Where, by the way, 1/3 of college students now say sometimes violence against speech is okay. What the actual fuck? 1 out of 3, I'll link the survey below. 1 in 3 college students say it's sometimes okay to use violence against speech. In 2020, that number was 1 in 5. Now it's increased to 1 in 3. The only group in which it did not increase in college student demographics, do you know who it was? Those who identify as strong Democrats. It did not increase. Every other group, those that identify as weak Democrats, weak Republicans, strong Republicans, and independents, all of them had an increase in the number who agree that violence is sometimes okay against speech. Make of that what you will, okay? But the problem is this. Social media gave everyone a microphone and a mask. You get to scream whatever insane shit you want without ever worrying about saying it to someone's face. Would half these freaking trolls actually call their neighbor a traitor or an enemy of the people at the local block party out by the barbecue? Hell no. But suddenly online, with a cartoon frog avatar, suddenly everybody transforms. Suddenly every blue-collar schmuck with a 5th grade reading level, now they're Thomas fucking Paine. That's too obscure a joke, isn't it? Nobody's going to know Thomas Paine. He was considered one of the best orators of the founding fathers. That's not important. Anyway. And then, I'm sorry, I have to do this. There's Trump. Please don't click off yet. Please just stick with me for a moment. Even the most ardent Trumpsters, I'm begging you, please, just for a second, try and be intellectually and emotionally sincere. Just follow along and be honest for a second, because you know goddamn well he was the first president in modern history to make demonizing other Americans a central part of his politics. I'm not just talking about calling Mexican immigrants rapists and all that shit. He told Congresswomen of color to go back where you came from. He called the press, the same First Amendment, constitutionally protected free press, called them an enemy of the people. He made fun of the disabled journalist.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
He's done this his whole career. And once you start telling everyone that the folks who disagree with you are the enemy, buddy, don't be shocked when some unhinged lunatic takes that shit literally. Because that's what happens when you take the political volume and you keep cranking it and cranking it and cranking it to 11 until eventually everybody's fucking eardrums burst. There are always going to be people out there who are just hanging on to reality by a thread, waiting for a reason, any reason to finally snap that tether to reality. And when the message they're constantly fed is the other side isn't just wrong, they're evil. They're out to destroy America and they're a threat to your very existence. You've just handed a stick of dynamite to a guy that already smells smoke. And anyone, I'm telling you, anyone who is not a nut job will agree with this. These shooters aren't freedom fighters. They're not heroes or soldiers in some noble revolution. They're psychologically damaged people who've confused their personal rage with patriotism. They pick up a gun because it's easier than picking up a book. It's easier than writing and presenting an opinion, an argument. It's easier than admitting that they might just be full of shit, because that's what's happening here. The poison in our politics, it's bad for debate, and now it's turning deadly. So it's time for all of us, all Americans, start being grown-ups, man. You don't stop Charlie Kirk by pulling a trigger. You stop him by pulling his arguments apart, one idiotic sentence at a time. That's how America is supposed to work, goddammit. Anyway, if you want to get in on the discussion, that's really great. Charles and I are serious when we say we meant this channel to be a free speech zone. I do, however, ask that you at least put a little bit of effort and thought into your comments. Seriously, I get enough hate mail already. If all you've got is calling me libtard or fascist, I'm just not going to pay any attention to you. And if that makes you mad, well, let's remember what I learned going through the brosphere. How does it go? Fuck your feelings, snowflake?
I didn't even know who Charlie Cox was.
Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Oh, Charlie Cox is Daredevil. All right, so it wasn't Daredevil.
He's a guy like us, only successful.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.